So I got somebody in the underground that I've been listening to a lot, been enjoying their recent drops, and that's Prettifun. I want to talk about them real quick. If you guys remember around early 2025, I think it was late 2024, early 2025, we got introduced to Prettifun. Now we also got introduced to Prettifun through producing. He was also a producer way before he started making his own music and carving out his own lane for himself. And the original hype for Prettifun was insane. Like, people were calling him the next Sofego. I know if some of y'all are or have been tuned in with the channel for a good amount of time now, I did drop a video on Prettifun because people were saying he was better than Sofego. He had all the hype in the world. People were waiting on the new album, You Can Die Laughing. He had just dropped Funhouse Deluxe, and now we're here. You Can Die Laughing's canceled. Also, he was supposed to go on tour with Ken. That also got canceled, but we'll get to Ken in a second. We're now moving in a whole different direction with Prettifun and his music. I mean, he canceled the whole album, You Can Die Laughing. He said for personal reasons and stuff like that. He wanted to quit rap and just go back to being a normal producer and producing for people. And just with him being in this circle with the new underground and with Lucy and with Slayer and with everybody in this whole new wave that he's working with. He left his old class that he kind of not really came up with, but his whole group, that he was with when he was working with Che and all those people. We don't know exactly what happened, but there was some drift in their relationship and they ended up not working together. Pretty also said it was no bad blood, but they just don't work together anymore, like creative wise, and they don't really talk. But that's kind of where Pretty stems from. That's where we met Pretty. We met Pretty for, some people met Pretty for his production on songs like Miley Cyrus by Che and Pizza Time, which were both bangers, by the way. Like, we know that Pretty knows how to make a good song. We know how Pretty knows how to make a good beat. It's evident. He's really talented. Like, you could just tell by these new snippets that he's previewing and these new sounds that he's diving into that he's in a whole different lane than the majority of the people in the underground. I don't know. I just been listening. I've been listening, bro. These SoundCloud drops he's been doing. He hasn't been dropping on all platforms and stuff. I know that. But these SoundCloud drops, exclusive just on random pages or wherever they are, like the stuff I'm seeing on Twitter, these snippets, they all the same, bro. I mean, like, a good bit of them are like, dang, I'm like, okay, I ain't even know. I feel like he's unique, bro. He's really unique. He has a different sound. Of course, it's the high pitch, but it's a different sound. It's bringing something fresh. The flows are fresh. The delivery's fresh. Everything about it's fresh, bro. Only thing you can say is recycled is maybe the baby voice or whatever you want to call it, which is his normal voice. He's not even pitching it up, not his normal voice, but he's making the baby voice himself. It's not like in the mixing. I'm gonna go ahead and play a few snippets real quick for y'all so y'all can see where I'm coming from for this, but I don't know, bro. These are... Get my head right. At this true had to get outside. What you feeling was when I feel my whole life. It's a rebirth. Had to cry down, I ain't need rehearse. Niggas take it that they good, but I'm way worse. It's only toxic because you feel right. Previously, he stated he's been going through a lot, and from the new music that I'm listening to, he's kind of digging himself out of that rut. He didn't like the direction that his career was going with the You Could Die Laughing tape, and he didn't like the hype surrounding it or the sounds that he was making at the time. He actually said that he was going to himself in GTA if he kept making the music that he was making at the moment. And I think that Pretty is very unique. He can stay self-pride. He can really dive into his own sound, making his own sound. Being a self-pride puts you in a different league than the rest of them. I feel like you're relying a lot on producers when you're not making your own beats, but that's, to be fair, that's what everybody does. The beat is 60% of 50 to 60% of the song and why you like the song, bro. Some people it's 80-20, some people it's 90-10. But for the music itself, being a self-pride and also knowing how to make music, he did also take singing lessons. Like, he knows how to put a track together. He knows how to articulate himself. This ain't the same as people saying that Nine Vicious went to music school, because he didn't actually go to music school. He literally came out and said that. People were running with that for so long, and I have no clue why. I think he's in a good position. Granted, he doesn't have the hype that he did have when he was coming fresh off of all those songs he had, like Ice Cream, everything on Funhouse, the Funhouse Deluxe. Like, he doesn't have the same hype, of course, but you can build that back up. TikTok is still on his side. Everybody's still on his side. Nobody's downing him like, oh, he's trash, except for the Twitter trolls, obviously, and people who just don't like the music. That's different than just having a whole entire hate mob after you. He needs to stay in that lane. He needs to stay to himself, work on his craft, drop when he's ready, drop when he thinks it's complete, and you will have a pretty good, pretty out. Another thing thing too that people don't really think about with Pretty actually be talking sometimes. Like if you listen to a few of Pretty lyrics, it's like, dang, okay. Or even a verse, he'll have a whole verse where he's really just talking, being genuine, talking about his feelings and the things that he's going through in life, which a lot of people don't do through their art anymore. You know, it's kind of, you know, it's more like catchy. What can I say? You know, like I was saying in the last video, which is fine. We need music like that. We need real music. We need turn up music. We need show music. We need all types of music. But I feel like once you get better with your pen and you can articulate yourself better, articulate your feelings better through music, it leads into a whole different audience or a whole different side of your fan base that actually form almost like an emotional connection to you or who they think you are, or the music itself in general, through just you speaking into a mic. Like it can really get that deep. And I think to build a cult fan base or to build something with real longevity, you need to do that to you know what I'm saying, just a good amount. And Pretty is very good at that. The only thing that I would say that I want Pretty to do more is I feel like he could use his regular voice. I'm not overly tapped into Pretty music, but I want him to use his regular voice more. The high voice, it kind of gets a little repetitive. Even though he tries to deepen it up and stuff like that. But I feel like if he used his normal voice and just talk normally, or like, you know, just harmonize a little bit, just act like you know what I'm saying, you singing, but just in a different way than what he does normally, with just pitching up his vocals manually. I feel like that would open up a lot of more doors to him, because a lot of people don't like the high pitch. They don't like the screechiness. Even though the whole theme of the song or the beat may be darker, just him having a high vocal, people are, you know, it turned a lot of people off, which I understand. You know, sometimes you don't want to listen to that the whole time. And another thing, Pretty's mixing. His mixing isn't inherently bad. All he has to do is turn up his vocals. But I'm pretty sure he does this on purpose, bro. He's a producer, and he produces, self-engineers, and he's a rapper. Like, he knows what sounds is going with what. He knows how to put his voice in the right pockets. He's literally just keeping it like that for the sake of his art. Maybe he wants the beat to shine a little more and for you to really dive deep and try to figure out what he's saying. But like, it's not bleed-eyed. It's not bleed-eyed, just distortion, you know, just a bunch of stutterers and all that. It's different. It's a whole different vibe. Like with these last few SoundCloud singles, I'm enjoying a very good amount of them. One of them I like, Dead. I like Burp. The newest one he just dropped. A majority of the new SoundCloud singles that he's putting out on his main page, mind you, just feeding the fans. That's one thing you gotta do too as an artist. You gotta just keep feeding the fans. A lot of those songs that he is dropping are pretty good. Like, and I thought that they could be like real releases. I feel like his flow is just so unique. I haven't really heard nothing like it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? People can say like the baby voice and this, that, and the third, but the way he's flowing on the beat though, I haven't heard nothing like that, bro, in a minute. He has unique flows, bro. But yeah, I'm excited for Pretty's new album, Pretty Loves You Too, which is dropping this month. Supposedly dropping this month. We haven't got a date yet, so I ain't gonna say no date up in the video, but it should drop one of these Fridays coming up. If it doesn't, then hey, it ain't my fault. There was also a Pretty Loves You Too billboard up in Orlando, because y'all know Rolling Loud this week, they will be performing at Rolling Loud. Rolling Loud stacked. I'm not even going, bro, but it's stacked, man. He already confirmed 2 months ago that he has 3 albums dropping this year. Pretty Loves You Too was dropping in May, right? Hi-Fi 2 was dropping in July. And we have no update on You Can Die Laughing. You Can Die Laughing didn't get fully scrapped. It just got delayed. And I'm pretty sure he's going to drop these 2 tapes, maybe to lead him up. Or maybe he might just be going album mode. Tape, album, you know? Or album, tape, album. Ego Break also said that him and High Tech are executive producing Hi-Fi 2.0, which is another Pretty album dropping in July. That Moon and the Stars snippet is insane, bro. It's supposed to be dropping soon. We don't have a date yet on that either. Pretty also ended up making a new burner IG account, you know, just to promote the album, which is Pretty Loves You Too, coming out first. And he's been really active, which I love to see from the underground artists, bro. Stay active. The mysterious gimmick is over, bro. Everybody can't do mysterious. Everybody can't be mysterious. Like, it kind of sucks to see what's happening to Until Japan right now with that whole stuff too. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I got for this video, man. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'm out.